As clamor grows for an immediate end to the war in Gaza and the return of the remaining hostages, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is planning to fully occupy the Gaza Strip. The decision will be taken in his war cabinet.
These achievements, of course, are behind us, but it is still necessary to complete the defeat of the enemy in Gaza, to release all our hostages, and to ensure that Gaza will no longer pose a threat to Israel. We are not giving up on any of these tasks. We will do it together through the great sacrifice of our male and female fighters.
The plan aims to expand military operations across the enclave. There is intense pressure on Netanyahu to allow humanitarian aid into the enclave, preventing deaths from malnutrition. The opposition has attacked the government for its inaction and inability to free the hostages.
This government is against the Israeli interest of freeing the hostages, finishing the war, and starting the recovery process, which is so badly needed for the Israeli society and for the people in Israel.
Earlier, Hamas had released video of Israeli hostage Eviatar David. The video shows David appearing skeletally thin. Another video of Israeli hostage Rom Braslavsky was also released by Hamas, which showed him saying he was suffering from physical pain and in severe mental distress. Referring to the video's release, Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Sa'ar called the international community to raise their concerns on the hostage crisis.
This past weekend, Hamas and Islamic Jihad cruelly released horrifying videos of our hostages, Eviatar David and Rom Braslavsky. The world witnessed their terrible condition, starved, tortured. Eviatar was forced to dig his own grave. The world saw the thick arm of the well-fed terrorist next to the starved and tortured Eviatar.
Days ago, US Special Envoy to the Middle East, Steve Witkoff, visited Gaza aid site. He also met families of the Israeli hostages. Hamas called the visit of Witkoff to the aid center as a pre-scripted theatrical performance designed to mislead public opinion, whitewash the occupation's image, and provide political cover for its starvation policies and systematic killing of innocent children and civilians in Gaza. Hamas also said it will not disarm until the establishment of the State of Palestine. Large crowds of Palestinians gathered around trucks in Gaza's Khan Yunis, with people grabbing bags and boxes of aid supplies. Palestinian and UN officials say Gaza needs around 600 aid trucks to enter per day to meet the humanitarian requirements, the number Israel used to allow into Gaza before the war. According to an Israeli military agency which coordinates aid, said Israel will allow gradual and controlled entry of goods to Gaza through local merchants. Israel had announced last week to let more aid reach Gaza, including pausing fighting for part of the day in some areas, approving airdrops and announcing protected routes for aid convoys. With Mahashweta Lala, Bureau Report, India Today.